All right, guys, so it's time for a rant video here on the channel. I just got done filming a blind comparison between the 2024 Thomas H. Handy and the brand new E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. That comparison went so terribly, and the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof was so bad. And I hate to say this because Jeremy sent this sample, and I really appreciate that, but I just have to be honest about this, that this is easily, I would say, my most disappointing whiskey of 2024. And I hate to make a video like this. I hate to make a negative video about a brand that I really love. And you know, I'm a tater. You're probably a little bit of a tater as well. I love E.H. Taylor stuff. I love the tubes, the presentation. I like the whiskey in the bottle. I like all of it. I love Buffalo Trace products, especially a lot of the high age stuff. And heck, Eagle Rare 10 year is like one of the most solid kind of go-to bottles. But listen, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. I was gonna make a review, like a full review of this after I filmed that blind comparison. I was like, let's do the blind comparison first. Let's find out how this goes. And then I'll go ahead and do my 2 reviews. And this bottle's not worth reviewing. There's no need to review this. I'll give you a couple notes right now, right? I'm gonna nose it once over, taste it once over, and talk about my disappointment here. Again, I'm gonna try to keep this video short, but I'm ranting. So on the nose. Yeah, so this is a grassy mess. Fresh cut grass, nondescript sugary sweetness, which it's just like, yes, it's sweet, but why? To what end is it sweet? There's nothing actually being presented with the sweetness. There's harsh, youthful woodiness in here. There's a banana note that makes this, again, feel young, and it doesn't really make sense with the rest of the profile, and it's kind of an unusual thing for an E.H. Taylor product. But I will give this a little more credit than I did in the blind tasting video. This has a tinge of a dark fruit syrup note in the background. And that's great, right? Like maybe this has a little aged whiskey in the blend. Maybe there's some 8 to 10 year stuff in here. And I would hope there would be. I have no idea what the actual ages are. For a product like this, I hope they put their best foot forward and put some decently aged whiskeys in the mix. However, even with that little bit of a dark fruit thing in the background, this feels so young and so sharp that I can't understand why it was bottled. And the same thing on the palate. It's just bitter, woody, grainy, sharp, unpleasant. And that grassy note in here isn't something where you go, oh yeah, this is a rye. It should be grassy. It should be herbal. No, it's not like that. This is a grassiness that almost feels like a fault in the whiskey. It's so negative, and I know that I am particularly sensitive to that note. I don't think it matters in this case. I think anybody's gonna pick up on that note in conjunction with the rest of the profile, which is extremely youthful, and wonder why this got bottled. I'm probably gonna title this video something like My Most Disappointing Whiskey of 2024, and maybe I could think of some other contenders for this, right? Like, I don't know what they would be off the top of my head, but I think I'm just gonna make the executive decision that without giving this more than 90 seconds of thought before I turn the camera back on and said I'm gonna make this video right now and rant, this is gonna be my most disappointing whiskey of 2024. And it's not just because of my expectation and your expectation and the fact that it's allocated and overcharged on secondary. It's legitimately because this is not good whiskey. That's my rant. If anybody from Buffalo Trace sees this, I'm sorry, but I think this is not gonna be a unique perspective that I'm giving right now. I think this is gonna be a widespread perspective, and I'm gonna be interested to see some reviews of this product, some written reviews, some video reviews as well, just to get a feel for what the market is kind of thinking about this one. And if we ever win the Sazerac Barrel Select drawing, the Drums and Drams Patreon, we ever go get a Buffalo Trace pick, I will profusely apologize. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta keep it real here on the channel. I love Buffalo Trace. I love a lot of what they do. This is not one of those things. You know, if you're watching this video and you've tried this, let me know in the comments section. Hit that like button. I can't even speak sentences, I'm so disappointed. Or hit the dislike button if you hated this video and you love this pour. That's gonna do it, and I am not wrapping up with another sip of this. Sorry, cheers, and I'll see you guys soon here on Drums and Drams.